In our last episode, we were in a tense face-off with Elvis. He won't let us through the door. And also, the game still thinks that we're helping Boone, but we're really not.
Look who's back. If you want to see the king, you better pay up.
Okay, fine, whatever. Here's your stupid money.
You know what? I think you and the king have some business to discuss. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
Are you sure? Because if he looks like Elvis, I gotta warn you, I am easily confused. Oh my gosh! It's a robot dog! Hello, robot dog! Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I like your robot dog. Are you the king?
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to get into Freeside. Do you have any work, maybe, I could do?
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself.
Why do people
Tell
keep
you what,
making that
you
confused
do me a
remark?
favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
Okay, as long as it's not fighting, or giving advice or police work.
I'll start you off with something easy.
Oh, that's good.
Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
No, I am completely oblivious to that.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my man told me that one of those bodyguards, a fella named Orris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why.
You...
Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Okay, but sounds like this could get icky.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Oh, thank you, that's really nice. Okay, so, Orris. Oh, wait a minute.
Hi.
Yeah, before I go, I better say goodbye to the doggy. Goodbye, doggy! Yeah, you're a good dog. So yes, Orris, this sounds like it could get a little bit icky. He's a guy who you hire to cover your body, to guard your body, and he follows you around, and it's just the two of you, and no one hires anyone else afterward. Seems like people are getting strangely attached to this hired escort sort of guy, I guess you could call him. And the king looked to me and he goes, "You, young lady, I want you to go find out what's so great about Orris." No, actually, two young ladies. I got Veronica with me too. So maybe we're gonna find out that Orris does like a little bit of entertainment on the side. You know, like he whistles a tune when he walks you through town.
We're not allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Good crier, good kid. We've got illegal stuff. We're not allowed to tell you about it. But who knows, maybe Orris is one of the only people in town who knows where to find a bed that isn't full of broken glass and bed bugs and horrible greasy stains like the one that lady was sleeping in Novak. I guess if you were a lady living in this kind of post-apocalypse, a clean bed without glass in it would be like a trip to Paris for you. Maybe no one hires Elvis because it's ridiculous.
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
You should meet my friend Veronica. She'll punch you to death.
200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate.
Oh boy, that's where I came from. Okay, I'll hire you.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter.
Okay.
We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer.
Oh, you're so nice.
I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Well, clearly they don't hire him because he's charming. Stick with me or I'll abandon you. No, you will not. I hired you to guard my body. Maybe I don't want to go to the South Gate. Maybe I want to go to Mick and Ralph's to pick up whatever illegal stuff they've got.
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services.
Really? You never even get like a urinary infection or anything?
Up ahead on the next block is where the kings hang out. Don't let them scare you.
It can be bought.
Shush! Quiet down, crier kid. I'm trying to listen to Orris. Sheesh. So, yes, that is the only hospital. What happens if you get, like, diarrhea from eating something bad? Which I think is really likely to happen around here. Hey, Orris, that's some kind of, like, street sign. Okay. I'm glad you figured that one out, because I didn't want to question a professional.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler.
What, this travel services? There's also liquor, but looks like that one's all boarded up. Maybe it's a joke, like the funnest part of Freeside is leaving Freeside through our travel services.
Hey, slow down.
Okay.
I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
How can you tell their look apart from anyone else? Except for the Elvises, everyone is...
Personal space meaning anything to you, lady?
Shut up, Elvis. Except for Elvises, everyone looks like they're in complete destitution. You and I are just like Road Warrior characters, and even Veronica's in rags. So what is it about those poor people that made you more nervous than every other poor person around here? I think Mugger is like one of the only jobs you can do, that or Raider. Oh god, don't shoot me, you're a Raider! Did you see that? He pulled a gun on us! He swept the muzzle across both of us and then ran off. How exactly is he getting repeat business as a bodyguard? He's got lousy firearm discipline, and I just gotta say, something about his hair just screams unprofessional to me. I think it's because he grooms his beard and nothing else.
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now.
Can you be up to your butt in anything but lowlife around here? Actually, can there be lowlifes if everyone is lowlife?
Call it a hunch. You do this job for long enough, and you learn to trust your instincts.
My instincts say run away from danger. And speaking of danger, why is it that the game decides that if you have a high enough intelligence, you have to explicitly tell Orris that you know something that he wouldn't want you to know? Oh, and here we keep going, just continuing to tell Orris what we figured out. He is a scam artist with a gun, surrounded by people who are probably his friends. Our dirt gathering mission on this guy? Sort of supposed to be undercover. How do we have any guarantee that Orris or any of his friends aren't gonna get up and say like, hey, Orris, you dumb guy! This person could ruin your reputation, and you're just staying in one place. It's not like your reputation isn't valuable. In fact, your entire scam hinges on your reputation.
Well, here we are. I trust you'll keep your mouth shut about the topic we were just discussing, or else.
Yeah, sure, whatever, you just kinda let this fly. I'm lucky that the game didn't force me to tell this guy that I'm outright working for the Kings, and also that I don't know how to use a gun. It just seems silly to me that with my perception of 1, I noticed the gunshots per body thing, and then I used my intelligence to give away what I knew. How is that intelligent? Also, I paid this guy like $200 to walk me 2 city blocks in broad daylight, past like a known gang hangout. And this guy knows that that gang also hires out bodyguards to do the exact same thing that he has just done. Why would I not be safer with the gang? This whole bodyguard thing just seems a little bit stupid. Hi, Elvis. Why doesn't the gang just charge people a toll to enter Freeside? I'm not saying that's ethical, but we know that the robot specifically looks to make sure you have at least 2,000 caps. So we know everyone entering Freeside has at least 2,000 caps. Hello, robot doggy! Hello! Hello! Who's a good dog? You are?
What do you have for me?
I have information about Orris.
So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the strip was built.
I count like
In
5
turn,
people.
the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent.
Oh no.
This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Words come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything.
Uh-oh. More police work? Okay.
Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use.
Okay, I'll go ask if they know anything about Boone's wife, but I don't think they do. Or maybe Boone's wife isn't the right thing to ask about for this case. But I will make sure to ask about the victim's favorite color, and who they like, and whether or not they were married ever. I'm a good detective that way. I get to know my victim. Although so far I am 0 for 1 on getting to know the criminal. But I don't know why people keep hiring me for this investigation thing. Do I look like an investigator? Do I have gum on my shoes? Is there some kind of stereotype I fit? I will admit that I feel slightly more observant than most of the people in this game. Fact remains, they are investing way too much trust in me. Especially since when Boone hired me, I just ran off with his hat. I mean, how long has it been? It's probably been like a day. Or no, I traveled all night, and Boone works during the night, so he's probably asleep right now, and he's gonna wake up tonight and wonder where I'm at. Doesn't seem like anyone really likes Boone, so I don't think he talks to them, so it's probably gonna be a while before he knows I'm gone.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here?
You're old. Also, I'm solving crime for Elvis!
Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this.
Can you tell me the favorite color of the victim, and also about the attack?
They were big guys. Young, too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them.
Were you begging before or after the fight? How drunk were you?
Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town.
How did you take a
From
wrong
out of
turn?
nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
So are you like their father, or do you just hang out, or...
I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about him. He saw more than I did.
The age thing wouldn't be weird, but you keep talking about it.
Wayne, it's okay. The king's...
That true? Did the king really send you?
Well, kinda. I mean, he hired me.
I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help?
Not really, because everyone is better dressed than Freesiders.
Sorry I couldn't help more, especially since you're being so nice. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the dumbest one in the tent, so that's good to know. Ah! Oh, Veronica, you frightened me. I think it's the helmet. You're like homeless Judge Dredd. That is a scary thing to see in the corner of your eye. So, we've solved the mystery. Well, okay, not really. There's a possibility that those guys actually got pissed drunk and then beat their friend into a coma, and then they made up some story about soldiers beating them up. That's why police officers talk to more people, and also why we should gather more evidence. But that's hard work, so we're not doing it. Okay, no, really, I've basically learned nothing. We know that these two groups don't like each other, like, the Freeside people don't like the NCR, so knowing that Freesiders have blamed the NCR for this crime doesn't really help me at all. Also, I'm kinda suspicious about the whole lieutenant thing. Even if I were dumb enough to believe that other people are dumb enough to make that kind of stupid mistake, I still would not be dumb enough to make that kind of mistake.
Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat?
Do you want to hear the real answer, or do you want me to blame the NCR?
Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason.
To get drunk?
I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang.
Isn't everything a squatter area?
Over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up.
Julie
The
Farkas.
followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something.
Well, she sounds nice. I kinda like her strategy.
Personal space meaning anything to you, lady?
Geez, sorry, Elvis. I just wanted to say hi to the dog. Elvis can get so touchy about his personal bubble. So yes, this crime. Basically, we didn't solve it. We also didn't learn anything, and that is true for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's a really violent area, so just because someone thought that somebody said lieutenant isn't really proof or evidence that a lieutenant was involved. It's also a known fact of psychology that people often try to hear the things that they want to hear. For example, if you stage a bank robbery and you have a bunch of actors, and you make one of those actors yell, "He's got a shoe!" Later on, the test subject remembers, "He's got a gun!" The memory changes, despite there being a huge leap between the meaning of one sentence and the other. In a court of law, it's a really huge frustration, because witness testimonies can be so compelling and yet so inaccurate. The people of Freeside know that they're at tension with the NCR, so it's really inevitable that they would eventually blame the NCR for
Are
something.
you here to drop off medical supplies? Leave them with the rest in the middle of the courtyard.
Lady, you are a doctor. What is wrong with your hair? I understand if you want to be forward-thinking socially, but people are gonna freak out!
Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it?
I wouldn't want a doctor with a mohawk doing surgery on me. You should shave your head!
I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it.
Busy with what? Making your hair stay?
Talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Your hair! We need to talk about your hair. Goodbye. Deathly silence. But yes, do you know why they make you wear the scrubs on your head when you do surgery? It's because if someone's hair gets in an open wound, even the patient's own hair, then that patient could have a serious allergic reaction that could even kill them. It is plausible to maybe make the argument that Julie mostly just does, like, I don't know, eyes and throat stuff. She doesn't really do any surgery. But given the setting and the nature of what they describe, I don't think that's the case. It seems like people would go there all the time with really serious injuries because they know that there's lots of doctors there. But just imagine that if Julie was the only free doctor, you'd have to say, sorry sir, you can't get surgery today because the only doctor available is Julie and her giant mohawk.
Can't help but be impressed with what they're doing here.
Veronica, you always have to undermine me on everything. I mean, okay, fine. We'll concede that they are helping people maybe get, like, antibiotics and stuff. But still, Julie demands to be more professional. I mean, you're right, Veronica. You know, I don't want to argue. I'm just saying, like, they have a room for improvement, and they should take that room. So anyway, I think that's enough for now. We'll continue our efforts to place blame next time. Thanks for playing with me, everybody.